Okay, so today's project is a simple one. I'm making a monkey hanger. What is that? This is a monkey hanger, also known as just a hook on the wall. What monkeys, you ask? These monkeys right here. These are something that my girlfriend picked up at a little antique store. Got 4 of them. They're kind of fun. Little retro monkeys that have little hands for hooks. They're kind of fragile. I actually broke 2 of them already. But nothing that a little super glue cannot fix. So anyways, this is the design I came up with. It's pretty simple. Basically, little hook over here that they can grab onto, 1/2 inch tenon on this side, and then this is like a little mounting plate, so I can just screw right through there. There's a 1/2 inch mortise and then a 3/16 hole for a number 8 screw to go through, countersunk. So that will just, this goes in the wall, pops in like that. Can't see any of the drywall screw or anything like that. So very simple design. I just kind of came up with this on the fly. Just add these little flutes in. I didn't want it to look like a giant nipple sticking out of the wall, so I tried to add some sharp edges to break it up. I think for this design, I need to do a couple things. I gotta shrink this a hair so the monkey's fist can go around it better. And then I might just take this step out and then bring the whole thing in 1/4 inch so they're not hanging off the wall so much. They're a little bit tighter to the wall. And that's pretty much it. Sorry, I know. That's the light for my lathe, so I look like I'm shooting laser beams, but I need the light in here, so it'll have to do. And we're gonna see if we can get them hung up. I've got another piece of walnut here, so test 1 worked pretty good. I mean, this is functional. I even tried it out on the wall. It worked fine. But we'll make it a little bit better with this chunk of walnut here. So let's get started. Put it between centers first. So I'm just gonna eyeball this. I find it's easier to eyeball if you're looking at one plane at a time. So first I lay it this way and I'm like, okay, where's 50-50? Right about there. Then I go here, and 50-50 right about there. Let me actually do that. Okay. Oh, this is my shitty one. Hold on. I got it better. That one doesn't work very well. I've got a good one somewhere. So, between centers she goes. Alright, so now we've got a nice 90 side to that. So it's a little bit long for making something so small, but that's what I got, so not really. I guess I could just go ahead and cut it in half. That means I'll be working much closer here, so there's a lot less vibration. Got this 2 pair of calipers here. That's pretty good there. I'm gonna take it in just ever so slightly. All right, looks good. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I want to make a 1/2 inch tenon. Ideally, these tips would be ground out, so it would be less likely to catch. I don't have a second set of wrenches, so I don't want to do that yet, but I will stand to the side. Next best thing, right? You do want to make sure that this has a bit of a curvature to the underside, right? So that way when you're pressing that tenon in, it's not sitting on like a proud spot in there and leaving your lip. It's visible all the way around. You can see a nice bit of sap come through here. All this, I don't really care. Not the cleanest tenon. This wrench it's a little wide, so it's wider than the width of my tool here. So when I'm going in with both of them, even if I'm under 1/2 inch, this won't drop until I do it to like mimic 2 passes. So that's really not ideal, but I think I have a pretty snug fit there. Maybe I'll put a little bit of water on it when I put it into the wall, let it swell up. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna pop that out. I'm just gonna do a quick 3-stage, 150, 240, 320. All right, I got a nice little bit of beeswax here. This is nice. I can't remember the brand, but it's supposed to be a natural beeswax from Texas. I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Let's see if it's sticky now. I'll grab some of that. I've got my little thin parting tool. Alright, there we have it. We've got a hook, we've got a 1/2 inch tenon, and now we'll make the rest. So I'm gonna give myself a lot of room to work with. I need to remember to leave enough room. It's gotta be thick enough to accept this depth here, plus countersunk screw head, plus enough room for the screw shank to go through. Say 3/16. I think I gotta find a better camera setup here because you guys are getting right in my way. Alright, there's my life center. Throw my Jacobs chuck in here. Don't mind the rest. Bought this used, I haven't cleaned it up yet. There we go. The razor blade. And what I did on this one was, you can see how much tighter this tenon. This is what I wanted. I did it to a 1/2 inch, and then I left it heavy up here. That way when you put the tenon in, you actually have to compress those fibers. Whereas this is just 1/2 inch, maybe slightly under. That's fine. I can always put a drop of super glue that I can just break off, or I can put a piece of tape, or I might could put water and let it swell. Might be enough to do it, honestly. All right, so we're done. There's version 1, and there's version 2. So, a little simpler. Really not any better. I just wanted to make a second one. Not too much difference. But it's a fun little project. That's the thing that's nice about the lathe. You can come up with an idea, and you can have a finished product with actual finish on it, and it's done, ready to go, all in a pretty short amount of time. Instead of, like building a piece of furniture takes ages, it feels like, compared to this. So it's fun. Should work well. See how they hang. I'm gonna hold it a little bit, but essentially, always backwards. Not too bad. That should work just fine. All right, let's see how it goes up in the house. Here they are. They look pretty good.